Ladies and gentlemen, Gerry, you're back. We're here again. Welcome to the podcast.
Can everybody see your shorts, by the way?
Oh, I don't know. Can they? Yeah, they're lime. Are they in the shot?
Are they in the shot?
They should be, but I'll get a wee photo anyway.
If not, the luminous neon green is the colour with a big crotch.
Yeah,
that's very.
Oh, goodness me!
Of course, wow, bullseye.
It's very because this
Yeah.
is what's happening. There was I don't know whether it was yourself or Gareth was in, but they had a slightly different angle and I think the camera was maybe higher and tilted, and I was like, it is more crotchly.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm wearing.
Look,
the crotch.
that's the money shot, Dave. You know,
if that's what people are
that's the
listening.
classic.
For.
You know, sack sells at the end of the day. So
There's definitely people that are into that as well.
Yeah.
Like neon, like chavcock.
Oh,
yeah, it's the thing.
That does
have you
sound
ever
like
heard of that though? Like the girls love chavcock. Like
I didn't know that. Like
I
mean, I know that is a thing. Like, because there's those. Have you seen the guys now? Like, I got a wee bit obsessed with these guys for a while. But you know the guys who I think you might have had one of them in your podcast.
Okay.
Andy Lee, maybe.
Andy Lee, yes.
So those guys that just come out of rooms like with their shirts off, and like the social media post
like
is
tradesmen,
like pick one, and they always walk out and they go like we made a video of that once, comedians at a gig, and I just thought I don't know if enough people will get what this is, but myself and Matthew Dinsey big into it, and we're like this is just, and we don't know what it is, like which one are you picking? It's
niche, but it's all like OnlyFans. But have you heard about all this though? So it's like gay for pay.
I've heard of it, but I also I don't get it.
Yeah,
because surely,
fair.
But like, surely just it's like acting, no? Is that what
yeah,
well,
that's So very much it's like a lot. So I suppose in the OnlyFans market, like have you ever had like the likes of Megan or anyone on?
No.
You should get on. Oh, she's a ride. So she is. But we had Andy on one time. But basically, it's all like OnlyFans male models. The market's more lucrative in the gay market, so then they'll do like bukakis and all that. Sorry, we're just really going.
You've just gone from
good morning.
Wow. that was just straight. I was like, I thought maybe they start off with just maybe a bit of kissing.
So I don't think they do like gay sex. It's more like.
Well, isn't it? If you're in for a penny,
it's like, but like it's girls that do like say girl on girl.
Are they?
It's not lesbian, no.
Are they not? Is that not real?
No, they're not real. No. No.
I thought that was true to life.
No, it's not true.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
no.
You'll always know if a girl does it though, because she'll have a full set of nails, but she always has the two. The two are always cut nice and short.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? That's how you know they do girl on girl.
That's like whenever back in the day, the gangsters and the pimps had the long nail for the coke.
For the
So they have the opposite. So less coke, more poke.
Nails are practical. Do you know?
Yeah. And then if they have.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Goodness gracious. Like,
yeah.
That was a thing.
That would be so weird.
Back in the day that I like an urban myth. Remember like this hand gesture, people like this is what you had to use back in the day. That's not giving any pleasure to anyone. No, that's not. And like you always know the worst people have that sticker on their car and you're like, oh, you don't know what you're doing to anything.
No. Like this, it's very like Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like two and
right on.
Gross. Awful. But no, I like that whole kind of like I just don't know who it's tailored to. You know, like
I don't know
guy,
either.
do you know? Are you familiar with Big Harry? We're fans of him in this podcast.
Right. Okay.
Do you know who I mean? He's a big tattooed guy.
Right.
He's always like on a train.
Okay, no, I don't think I've seen him.
And he's chavved up. Like, can you get some Big Harry up for us there?
Yeah.
And he's always chavved up, but he'll come up and like the video a lot of the time. Like people are probably like, oh my god, Dave's talking about Big Harry again. But he'll be like in a supermarket and you see him walk over with his bag on. He usually has his hands down his bags. Yeah. And he'll walk over and he goes, "Excuse me, mate, can you pass me that?" And he'll hand him over like bread, and he'll go, "Oh, good boy, nice and submissive." And he'll walk away, and that's kind of his clip.
And it's just right, okay.
Or he'll walk over and be like, "Is anyone sitting there, mate?" And they're like, "No," and he goes, "There is now." And then stuff like that. But then he'll mix it up, and he'll do it to women as well. So you just don't know what he's doing.
So is it kind of like a rage bait kind of thing?
I think initially.
Do you think the whole content world's a wee bit weird, isn't it? Like it's like back in the day, like, you know.
Like, I don't feel like you make anything anymore because you want to.
No.
You know, and like especially the rage
people
bait
really
world.
don't think about digital footprint anymore. Like that's really out the window, isn't it? It's really the crazier the better.
Yeah, and it's like I
am actually quite vanilla.
Yeah. No, I sometimes like I've noticed from working with the guys on the clips in the podcast.
Yes.
They'll put stuff up, but I'm a bit like, no, don't do that. And then they'll be like, but it'll get people talking. And
This
I'm
is
like,
it.
but then I don't want that, because then people will make fun of my teeth and my head and my fat, and I don't want it. I don't want it. And I hate it.
It's always like the dark shit that always is in it.
And it gets, and I find local debates always trigger here.
Oh my God.
And you mentioned the word dairy.
Oh.
People are like, you say the letter H.
Yeah.
You know, it's wild.
There's things that just, I think here especially, there's just certain things that just gets everybody
and then
popped off.
Like,
especially Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Facebook's just, I feel like there's different. Instagram's more picturesque.
Yes.
TikTok's more like funny but savage. Facebook, it's political.
And that's if you want as well. Like if you're looking at like Belfast Live Facebook.
Oh my
comments,
God.
that's where you go to. And then you sort of, sometimes I'm like, you know what you need?
Yeah.
A wee walk in a nice day on
This is it.
just a wee walk by a river.
We're too online.
We are.
So I was on Big Harry's Instagram there, and it seems he hasn't been on a train in a while.
Oh no.
Okay.
But the last time he was on a train, it was gold.
Yeah.
So,
Do we have this
Let me
video?
see.
Of him? Harry on the train.
One train is empty.
Oh. Have you seen him?
Move along.
The whole train is empty.
I don't care, I want to sit on that seat. That's it. Have you moving again? Nice and submissive.
Oh my God.
Just how I like it.
And then, but he isn't great. Like that was another thing. He
Is he a comedian or does he OnlyFans or?
I think he was OnlyFans.
Aye,
but
seems,
then
yeah.
I think he did a video that like someone was like, "Oh, you're just making easy money doing this," and it was really funny because he did a rant, being like, "Have you seen this video?"
No.
He's like, "You think this is fucking easy?" Liz, he goes, "I'm eating fucking chicken and rice and chicken and I'm bumming bumholes and I'm eating chicken," and he goes, "It's not fucking easy." And then he was like, "Oh," it was just, and I think he has obviously a bit of banter about him because I think for so long at the start it was just fellas being like, "This is fucking fake. This guy's a fucking arsehole and all."
Yeah.
But then that's pushing views and pushing views.
Yeah.
And then he's coming out of the doors topless, and the man's in great shape.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and he's walking out, and he's just like,
Yeah.
and then there's about 6 of them.
But then it's like Bonnie Blue as well. Like, you know, people get so irritated by it, but like
Yeah.
she knows what she's. I think that clearly in that world, the more nearly notorious you are, the more
Yeah, and because
better you do.
but
Or
then it's also wild.
Yeah.
Too, because like yes, what Bonnie Blue does is extreme. But at
Yeah.
the same time, people like, especially in this world we live now, where we're like, everyone should be respectful of. They
Yeah.
treat her like shit.
Shit,
And
yeah.
like Lily Phillips, I saw a clip the other day. She had asked someone. She was on a podcast. And she's like, I asked so and so for a photo, and it was like, so I can't remember who it was, but it was like his wife came over and called me like a slut and I can't
Yeah.
fuck off and all. And she was like, I literally
Phil
Phil
Foden.
Foden, yeah.
Yes,
I
yeah,
just
seen
asked
that
for a
actually.
photo. And I was like, that is harsh. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that is, but then again, a lot of this stuff is being driven by the people that want to see it.
Yeah.
So you're like, you have to get so extreme. Like, where does it stop? And then,
Yeah.
God forbid, if anything were to happen to the likes of a Bonnie Blue or Lily Phillips, people would be like, oh, she was misunderstood. I can't believe this has happened and all. And you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that we need to also be like, know there's a balance. Like I think with us,
Yeah.
like I think we're both.
I
Quite,
think with comedy, I think you can kind of hide behind comedy. Like
Yeah.
comedy's comedy. Like, you
Yeah.
know, say if you maybe see a certain comedian with the most like explicit dark humor.
Yeah.
Comment, but like you kind of think, oh, that's not really them though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even though it might be like their experiences, but they caricature it or it's
Yeah.
it's done. I don't know.
I also think like there is a
There's
line
certain industries
to
that get judged to.
Like I'm not a big believer in it's just a joke.
Yeah.
You know, I think sometimes
You can.
like you can, but then a lot of people like to say the most extreme things under
For
the
shock
under the
value.
guise of a joke, and you go, that's not funny though.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
No,
it's,
yeah.
and I think that's maybe the thing. Sometimes is like you can go, like I know nowadays people are talking about like bringing back the R word, you know, and using like
What R word?
RETARD.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah.
I hate that word.
So
Oh,
people
no,
use
no,
that,
no,
but then
no.
they're like, oh, it's only comedy. But then
No,
I'm like,
no.
I don't like it
No.
because
I don't
and like
either.
you know, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure I've probably said it at some
Yeah.
point
Oh,
or some
yeah.
juncture, and again, that's. But I also think that people think to use like that word, but you can't use like other. I think that you get into a whole issue, and I'm like, at the end of the day, if people who can't defend themselves, it's just
That's-
a bit mean.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like. I I like think the majority of the jokes I will make are about myself.
Yes.
You know, I'll be the butt of the joke. I
I'm the same.
don't like to make other. That's the thing.
No.
Like when I did a roast, I did
Yeah.
Willie Thompson's roast.
Yes.
And I felt I didn't care what people said about me.
Yeah.
Because now to be fair, I thought a lot of jokes were pretty basic and like
Right.
do better, guys.
If you're gonna go there, go there.
Write better.
Yeah.
You know, write
Yeah.
better jokes. But I felt bad saying the jokes about other people because I'm like, that's just mean. And again, there's an element of you are saying it because you are thinking it. You know, and it's like it's not just like it's
Yeah.
like you've thought this and you're saying it.
Yeah.
You know, like I actually remember one of the jokes I did. I just listed everyone who had a dead parent. I was
Yeah.
just like, your mum's dead, your dad's dead, thing's dead, they're dead, that's dead. And then I was like, that's not actually a joke. That's just a fact.
That's like
Yeah. And then I was like, that's not nice. And like I remember reading it, going, and like I think how I delivered a lot of them was like da 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 da. And I'm like, some of the jokes I thought were pretty good, but also
Right.
I'm like, I just don't like roast humor, you know.
But I do like roast humor.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people can give.
Yeah.
But a lot of people can't take.
Correct.
I mean, well, I can take.
Yes.
I give you a minute there.
I think that, and
but I
that's,
do like to give.
and that's what I like about you and me, right? I think they're like we have found over the
Yeah.
time we're both givers and takers.
Yeah.
And I remember at
Verse.
one point, like at the start, you were like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry I said that." I'm like, sure,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. And at the
Yeah,
end of the
yeah.
day, I like it. I get a wee bit of a kick.
It was
out of
actually it was
going
your live
Yeah.
show, wasn't it? And there was like it was funny. There was like a Destiny's Child joke or something,
Yeah.
and then it was like Sheehan's Beyonce, I'm Kelly, and then it was like
Yeah.
you're Michelle
Yeah.
McManus.
Yeah,
and
that-
it's
but that so many levels of excellent in that.
but
joke.
I think there's a way to say
Yeah.
things. Do you
Yeah.
know if you're going derogatory or if you're going like below
Yeah.
the belt or if you're having to use like slurs to, I think
Yeah.
it makes you look nearly you're not stylish or you're not intellectual. Like if there's so many ways you can say something without being like offensive.
But see as well for that, I think I'm a good you used the term panto to me. I think that's it. I see when you said that, and like
Yeah.
selling it, like
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
like
yeah.
like in sort of a wrestling term, I'm
Yeah.
selling the
Yes,
joke. You're
yes,
like, what?
yes.
What? You know, whereas I in my mind I was like, oh, this is great, and then
Yeah.
my first thought was like, this is gold. You know,
Yeah.
so I think there is that element, but like I do, and like I would describe us. We're both, I would say. We're Glindas.
Mm-hmm.
We're good bitches.
Yeah.
You know, we're not like I
Yeah.
don't think we would bitch in a hateful way about people.
No, no,
you know,
no,
but
no,
but
no.
like if I hear something and I'm like, oh, Jerry, I love this.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's for the good of the world.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong. See if there's goss going about,
Oh, I'm in the thick of it.
I'm like, oh, I'd like to hear this.
But in a
you
panto
know?
way.
Yes.
Again,
But then there is sometimes if there's bitching going about that I don't like, or
Like
it's
bad
mean,
energy.
I'm like, I don't want to.
No.
Like there's been some stuff obviously in any industry. You hear stuff and you're like, you know, people. There was people slagging off somebody, and it was like a private email that sent about like another company had been giving them grief, and I was
Right.
like, I don't want to say that. That's
Yeah.
their business.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. You know,
Aye.
and it made me just go like that. That's not professional either.
No.
You know, so I turned like not for me.
No.
Now listen, you want to tell me something else?
Are you
Okay.
like planning to do like Miss Northern Ireland next year, or what's the 411 here?
Oh, well,
Is
married,
it-
so I don't know. If,
Are you going for it next year?
No, can you imagine?
2027's the year.
Can you imagine how creepy
Miss Bangor.
it would be
Yeah.
if I was
I'd love it.
hosting Miss Northern Ireland? Me, like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, you look, whoa, check you out. Whoa, you're looking fucking tasty. You, oh, why? I don't know. Like I did like think like Aaron Butler has done it a couple of years hosting
Yes.
it. I'm like he suits that.
He's yeah.
You know, because he's like presentery Joel McHale kind of thing.
Yes.
And he's got sort of like a campness to him.
Camp. Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
Whereas like I do look like you know what? See if you were to cast me.
But I
in a
think you
movie-
are actually camp.
Oh, I am camp.
Yeah.
But I do also look like I am a serial killer from who drives a truck.
Yes.
You know, like
Yeah.
my resting face is like so. Say if you're in you're in a beauty pageant, I'm going nice one. You know that's a problem.
Yeah. Like if we were on a Royal Caribbean cruise and I seen you at the buffet,
Yeah.
I'd think first of all, oh, he's going for this buffet.
Oh yeah.
Second, I would think he's likely Republican, like an American Republican.
I was like Republicans are
maybe also maybe Republican.
No, because
I don't
Republicans
know.
are notoriously not fat.
Yeah.
If anything, quite the
I
opposite.
know. I'm thinking more like American Republican.
Oh yeah, like I
Aye.
like Trump.
Oh why?
Yeah, I do.
Why
look
is like Irish Republicans more like Caesar salads and like
Oh, they're less Caesar.
right?
I would say, yeah.
Okay.
They'd be more spuds. You know.
Okay.
I would say, but that's a
Okay.
problem because technically American Republicans have very different views to the Irish Republicans, I would say.
Yes, I would.
You know, I'd say American Republicans would be more keen on the DUP kind of side of things.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
But you know what? Also, I've heard rumors. Like, I love rumors. I love rumors, and like, I love potential stories, like conspiracy theories.
Right. Okay.
And I've heard about cruises. Several things now. Big thing about me on this podcast, they love. I'm very interested in the swinging world, not partaking, but I want to know who's doing it.
Right.
I want to know if I know any swingers.
Okay.
I want to know what the underground deals are. I want to know how you get into it. Not that I want to do it, and I actually watched a movie about swinging not long ago. It made me uncomfortable, but I want to know if I know anyone that's doing it.
Right.
You know. But aside from that, I have also heard on cruises they put laxatives into the food at the buffet because you're all on a cruise, and if you're doing big hefty shits, you can block the plumbing on the cruise. So they add mild laxatives to the food to try and keep you runny, so you don't block up the tubes in the cruise. And I don't know if that's just true or a conspiracy, but have you heard that?
No.
Can you, Johnny? Can you look and see if
Fuck
there's
off.
any
Well,
like?
I was on a cruise.
Yeah,
Now, the pineapple...
I'm a big cruise guy as
Yeah.
well. I like cruise.
I
Can I
love
ask,
a cruise.
boys, how have your guts been on cruises?
I'm trying to think. Now, in fairness, I did drink the head of myself. And the cocktails do give me the runs. Like, you know, if it's like a sex...
Alcohol is kind of a laxative in itself.
Is it actually? Yeah. So
And
no,
also,
I don't know.
Like vodka.
Yeah, I vodka, cranberry, Malibu, orange. Oh, I'm on the crapper.
Do you know
like,
what? You think that too. You're like, oh, is it alcohol? But if you just drank like a load of pineapple juice
But
or
I
a load of
barely
cranberry
am.
juice, you'd probably have a...
eating's cheating.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, they are not nature. Like fruits are nature's laxatives.
Yeah.
You know, you too many bananas.
The
for it.
pineapple thing's true, though.
Oh, the swinging.
Yeah.
No, I did see a great TikTok video of a cheeky monkey.
Right.
This guy he was going along the cruise doors and he was moving pineapple magnets in the doors, and I was like, oh, it's great. That's my kind of humor.
Oh my god.
I love it. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not a swinger. What the hell? Why is this on my door?
I'd be like, oh yeah, well your door says differently.
Yeah.
So apparently, that's nonsense for me.
Wow.
No, cruise lines.
If you want to believe it, believe it.
Cruise lines do not add laxatives to food to make people's stools thinner. The idea
Is that coming from the cruise?
It's coming from ChatGPT, but
Oh,
it's
right.
saying the idea is a common rumor, but there's no credible evidence, and they say it would be medically risky giving laxatives to thousands of passengers without their knowledge could cause diarrhea, dehydration, electrolyte imbalances, and complications for people with medical conditions. It would be easy to detect, and modern ships are designed to handle sewage. Maybe back in the day.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that I'd be weighing it up. If I was the ship owner, I'd be like, do I want the plumbing, or do I want to like remove the dead bodies of the dehydrated people, or do we get like an electrolyte company sponsoring the cruise, and they come along and be like, oh no, they're so dehydrated. There you go, have some of that.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be at. Again, there's always how to make money. Like the amount of sneaky ways companies make money, and they
don't even
it's wild. And that's another thing.
Yeah.
Once I've done my swingers documentary, I'm going to go on to the secret ways.
Would you love to do
company
like
make
an
money.
investigative?
Oh yes.
Would that be your thing?
I would love to do that.
I would love to like investigate, you know, like the Colombian cartel, but I don't think I'd like disguise.
No, like
Do you know like why is this gay Caucasian coming into like the south of Mexico or
hola hombre.
Yeah.
Like, what's
Yeah.
going on here?
Did you hear about in the very topical the World Cup, but back in was it '94?
Yes.
And the Colombian guy got murdered by
Yeah.
the Colombian.
Was he called Andres Escobar or I don't know. Maybe that's just maybe
Was
a
he? Did he miss a
drug runner.
penalty or something? Or
Yes, he missed
get a red card. One of the two?
He got. I think he got a red card, and they killed him and shot him, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, in America. So I mean, like Colombia are out of the World Cup, so let's keep a wee eye on any of their
That's
players.
what I was thinking. Like I'd be a bit nervous if I was one of the Colombian players, especially.
The ones that missed the penalties.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know.
Or
There's some pressure on your head there.
Yeah. I know all the Colombians behind the goal going. Oh, no.
Yeah. What about the whole like? I'll watch. I start to pay attention to the World Cup once we start to get close to like the crunch. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing the whole like knockouts or whatever you call it. I don't know.
So you'll watch the final. You're a fair weather fan.
I'll watch the semi.
Okay.
And I'll watch.
And you watch the football too.
And I'll watch the final. But England.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a bit much like, aren't
Yeah.
they? They're really like.
Harry Kane's voice.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny though. That was funny. I
Yeah.
seen that actually.
I lost my voice.
But I was actually recently over. I was seeing Harry Styles over in Wembley, and then of course, like every 5 minutes, like you know, if they were like changing like set or whatever, it was "It's coming home, football's coming home." I was just sitting there. I was like, "Wow!" And then the security person that worked at Wembley, she's like, "It's coming home, isn't it?" And I was like, "I'm from Ireland." I'm a wee bit of like a wee chucky. Like I'm not gonna lie. So if you are like from another walk of life, like. Please, like, namaste, you know.
You're going to say, well, if it's not, you take it anyway, wouldn't you?
I come with peace. But I was just very like, I'm from Ireland. And then she's like, it's still coming home. And I was like, right.
Yeah, well, so I don't care.
Like, what's it tell me?
No, they get a bit too into it, don't they?
Is it patriotic?
Patriotic. Yeah, they're very patriotic.
Very patriotic.
But then they use every excuse under the sun, you know, to
for like ASBO behaviour, no?
Well,
or am I being a wee bit of a carn?
Well, like, so they were
playing. Let them have it, okay.
In Mexico's stadium, in Mexico City, and they kept saying about how the stadium is, you know, the altitude's so much thinner because it's like 2,200 meters above sea level or whatever it was, or feet above sea level, and but like that's all the dialogue was about it. You know, it was just how hard the England players have it with this game, and it's like this stadium's been used for years. So it's not like
it's not a new thing.
But you know what I saw now? Again, I need you to try to find this out for me, Johnny, too, because this blew my mind, and I don't know how I made sense of this. They say apparently that football stadium is higher up than Mount Everest, but Mount Everest is the tallest place on Earth. So how is that possible?
Really?
Yeah.
Are you?
Like that's what they said. Like at
Where
altitude,
are you getting your facts from?
It's nowhere near as high as Mount Everest.
Like I think Dave, you're a spoofer. I think you just put a pile of shit out into the universe, don't you?
The Estadio Azteca is 2,240 meters above sea level.
Okay.
Mount Everest summit is 8,849 meters.
So why did somebody? There was a graphic. You know what? This is why you don't listen to Twitter.
Maybe
because
someone was emphasizing just like this is what they're pretending it is.
Right. Okay.
You know, they're saying. It's like they're
that makes more sense.
But they're just exaggerating.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because that's what then I thought. I was like, yes, go Everest from the ground is the tallest part. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, does that be like sea level and all? Does Mexico go deeper underneath the shelf of water than Everest?
Well, yeah, maybe. Like,
and then
like
it blew my mind. No? I don't know. It was just too much for me, and I couldn't comprehend it. But the good news is it's not true, and I'm glad.
Is sea level the same everywhere in the world? Does that make sense?
No. Because we're on a globe. Oh my god, this is why people are like stupid people shouldn't talk on podcasts. Sorry, but it's a globe. So that's how the sea works, isn't it? So when the
no.
So when the tide's in South Africa, it's out in Greenland.
Yeah,
because it's like
I think. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like. So this is the Earth, right?
Okay.
This is like a circle, and say the sea is just like that, and then when it changes, does it like so? Then the sea tides out. No, is that?
I think so.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate.
And then obviously, you know, whenever there was like the tsunami in like Thailand, obviously there wouldn't have been any water in like New Zealand or Australia.
Yeah, because it had been used.
It was all moving over.
Yeah, at speed. That was.
Oh god.
That was so scary. Do you ever see the thing where there was like this little girl who told people, like foresaw the tsunami because she'd studied it in like primary school about how a tsunami starts, and she was like, that sea's way out and that's going to come in. So she like said to her mum and dad, we need to leave, and they did. They got away and they survived because of her being like, whereas see if it was my daughter said to me, I'd be like, shut up, where you go and play, build a sandcastle, and we would have died. Guys, sorry to butt in here real quick, but you're probably looking at me going, why do you look so good? And I'll tell you why. Omnia Wellness, that's why, because they give me Manjaro and they look after me. So if you want to be looked after by Omnia Wellness, whether that's your nutrition, your health, your training, even just one-on-one support or medicated weight loss, if you want to be a hero like me, you can get involved with Omnia. Check out their website, www.omniawellness.co.uk, to find a program or just anything to sort your health journey out and assist you in any way. They will provide you with that. And if you want 20% off, you can use the discount code SLY 20% at checkout, and you can start your fitness and wellness journey with Omnia today. Or just follow the link in the description of the video, whatever. Bastards! If you want a wee bit more in just this episode, you want to follow on this, you're having so much fun listening to this week's episode with Colin, you want more? Head over to patreon.com/Sly Guy Podcast, where we have the Slyer Guy Podcast, the continuation of the main episode, for an extra half an hour at the end. Not only that, you get the extra SLY Guy podcast, which, by the way, last week's episode might have been the best episode of all time. I was on one, and it was great fun. You get the early access to the main podcast, you get specials, you get all the other shit I do, all that other shit that I waste my time doing. All over there for as little as £2 a month. Patreon.com/SLY Guy podcast. Come and become a Sly Hard now. It's autumn 2026 and you're thinking to yourself, oh no, what's part of my 5-year plan? I tell you, the first step in your 5-year plan should be getting tickets to come see me on tour. My new show, Obsessed, will be touring the UK and Ireland from the 22nd of August through until the 24th of October. I'm going everywhere. Newcastle, Portrush, Edinburgh, Glasgow, London, Liverpool, Dublin, Swansea, Portaferry, Monaghan, Omagh, Belfast, Cushendun and Derry. Struggle London, Derry if you want to be pedantic. Tickets are available now. You can go via this wee corner here, that hopefully into the QR code if you're watching the video of this podcast. If you're just on the audio, you can follow the link in the description. But tickets are going well everywhere apart from Swansea and Liverpool. So if you're fucking in Swansea or you're a fucking knobhead prick in Liverpool, that's probably not going to ingratiate myself with you guys, but buy a ticket now. Show's class. I'm very funny and it's cheap. So, as you were.
Fuck. If you've seen it coming, what do you think would be your first thing that you would do?
Take all my clothes
Or like
off.
say some sort of like a natural disaster was happening right in front of you and you're in it. What do you are you fight or flight?
I think I would try, again, I don't know why I would think this, but I'd try and get like under a desk.
Like, I'd likely hide behind a curtain.
Yeah, I'd say somewhere, and I think that's going to help, but then it
Yeah.
wouldn't. But then like tsunamis, I sort of initially, again, ignorance was like, should you just try to swim with it? And they're like, oh no, but there's like shards of glass in it. There's like buildings coming. There's like, it'll be awful. Because I got hit once with the surfboard.
Right.
It was catastrophic.
Aye.
But I can imagine being hit with a house. That'd be even worse.
Yeah.
Or a hotel. Like, it'd be not. It
Like,
would
and
not
you
be
could, you're
good.
going at full force, and you could be going straight into that. And also, I think the actual the current,
Yeah.
the force of it, I think you would likely drown instantly.
Yeah.
If you got caught in.
You'd probably be knocked out just
Yeah.
straight away. So it
yeah.
actually might not be too bad a way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be sparked out.
Yeah.
I know, hit, but then it would be so
It
bad.
would be the anticipation of it coming, I think.
That's always the best bit.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So, no, I don't know. I would love there to be always a bunker. You know, if I was
Yeah.
a super rich person, but I'd always have a bunker.
If you had a
I'd
bunker,
spoil
who
it.
would you have in it?
Just my family, probably.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who else I would get.
By the way,
You
I
know.
have an answer for this.
Okay.
This
Oh, right,
sea
okay.
level thing.
Uh-huh.
So it says, imagine the ocean like a huge waterbed instead of a perfectly flat table.
Okay.
Gravity, ocean currents, warm water, and tides all make the sea slightly higher in some places and lower in others. So sea level isn't exactly the same everywhere. When people say a mountain is 8,849 meters above sea level, they're using a standard average sea level, so everyone is measured from the same reference point.
Okay, so what's the sea level in the Azteca compared to the sea level of Mount Everest? Because apparently Mount Everest is a pinner if you compare it to like other mountains on like Mars or Jupiter or whatever.
Sometimes woo shit just goes really over my head.
I know,
I'm
like,
not good- aye.
I find my brain has like a trip switch. So whenever there's too many things in it, I just go,
Yeah.
wow.
Or do you like That's So Raven? Have you ever watched like the?
Yes.
That's kind of me. I'm just like, but there's no thought.
They just use the same global reference for sea level for both
Okay.
of those. So they just say 2,240 meters above that global average, and then Everest is 8,849 above.
There you go. So there's just, that's,
You see, if you were like on holidays, do you go to like the like the tidal waves?
yeah.
I can imagine you loving that. Or are you more like a lazy river
the
kind
wave
of guy?
machines.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it all. I love to go into it. I love the lazy rivers too. Except I
Yeah.
had quite a scary moment. I went to the lazy river in Florida, in one of the Disney resorts, and there was a snake in the water.
You're
And
joking.
it was like trying to get out, and it was giving me, and I was like,
Oh
oh
my
no,
God, no,
I didn't
I'd
know what
freak.
it was. So like I knew it was a snake, but it was only about that size, but it was still like,
Yeah.
you know, wiggling and all. I was like, oh, is it going to bite me and kill me and all?
Oh
And
my
then I was
God.
trying to like lazily float my way away. But then like I had a real bad moment as well in Lazy River where I was struggling to get it onto the ring. But when I jumped,
Right.
my trousers pulled down, so just under the ring was just my bare
Your
arse.
bum? Oh,
and the
cool.
whole way through, I was like, oh, this is my full bare arse. And like I think my balls were down like a wee rudder as well. And I was just like, if anyone falls off his goggles, they're just going to see these balls just and big bare arse floating around. And it was quite embarrassing. Now, good thing was I'd lost a bit of weight from the last time I went on one, and I was able to get on it all okay, and it was not as embarrassing with me dick rudder and all.
Yeah.
I'm a bare arse and everyone laughing at me.
No, I don't know why, but have you ever seen Norbit? Is it Norbit?
the
Rasputin.
the Eddie Murphy movie, Norbit.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't good getting into that. Oh,
No?
But I love a wave pool. I
Yes.
love water.
Right.
I love pools. And speaking of pools, you've been a man that's been on holiday.
Oh my God, don't.
You
Well,
seem to have been
Euro
on holiday
summer.
for like the last month.
Yeah. Kind of given like, living that, I don't know, like escort life.
Living the escort life.
Not actually
You haven't
an
been
escort.
escorting.
No, I haven't been
So
escorting.
you've been doing like the daytime
No, I've been paying for the
activities.
holidays. No, I'm financially broke. No,
Yes.
yeah.
But you've been
But
doing
living the good
escort
life.
days.
Living the good life.
Good
aye.
life, okay.
You're LARPing then?
Yeah, or like what do you call like
LARPing?
Euro summer, like living my best life.
Live action roleplay. Role-playing an escort.
Oh,
There you go.
not actually. I've just been on holidays with my friends.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just been bougie, like like
Where have you gone?
living it up. So we were in Malta. So the past weekend. Does London? Do we count London as a
Yes.
holiday?
But I also count like a summer holiday.
because
You
you only
have-
ever say, and people are like, that's not a holiday. It's
Yeah,
fuck
well,
off,
that's
it
where
is.
I'm
We're on
going
a
for my.
plane.
That's where I'm going for my holidays.
Yeah,
is here in
it's a
London,
holiday.
yeah. But you need, I think, for a summer holiday, you need swim pants, swim tops.
Yeah,
you know.
speedos, that
If
type
you're
of
in your
thing.
speedo, that's summer
Yeah.
holiday.
So done Malta, which was great, but I've never been to Malta. But you look like somebody that goes to Malta. You're a wee Malta boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, St. Julian's.
I have been, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Malta. a couple
Dave,
times.
Uh-huh.
your eyes would be open.
Oh wow, what goes
Oh
on
my
in Malta?
God, Malta, crazy.
I went there at the height of COVID. You know when they started introducing that,
Oh my
like,
God.
The
The amber, red, green.
Yeah. So for some reason it was
green.
It was green.
Okay.
And this was like July 2020, and we stayed in St. Julian's. We had no idea like what Malta was really like. I'd
Yeah.
been before, but I'd only been to Valletta, the capital, and
Yes.
it's very sort of pristine, very like
Yeah.
it's very nice city.
Yeah.
Like old school.
Very
and-
whimsical, like walking down them wee like Malta
Like something
streets.
like Game of Thrones, like
Very
old
that,
school.
yeah.
yeah. And
Bit of medieval, yeah.
St. Julian's is just like mental.
Magalith on acid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So
and
Yeah.
so we were in like these bars and there was clubs and everything, and there were, there was thousands of people crammed in. No, like masks weren't a thing
Oh,
back
no.
there.
And were you a bit scared, or were you like, this is great?
No, I was like, I'm so happy to be away from
Yeah.
back home.
The Monday, yeah,
Yeah.
and fair enough. But it's like like tacky bars, like Pitbull on blast. Like if you've asthma, don't go because you're gonna die because it's shitty smoke
Yeah.
machines in every club, every bar. Sleazy men, horny girls. It really is. Behave. It is that. Like it's just like
See, I-
it's a
I've
cattle
never-
market. Like
Oh,
I've never been to the likes of Magaluf or anything like that.
right, okay.
But I suppose, would you say then I've technically been
That's
on a
it's
lad's
very
holiday
yes.
then?
Oh, that's a lad's
Yeah.
100%.
Okay,
St. Julian's, that strip. That's
So I've
very
sort of
much that
accidentally
vibe.
been on a lad's
You have? Oh god, yeah.
And then one other time we
Magaluf
we
was peak,
accidentally
though.
booked. We were going to Corfu, and I was like, I found this unbelievable hotel,
Oh my
so
God.
cheap, and this was September. And I was like, it's a place called Kavos. Never heard of it. I've never heard of it in my life. And we got there, and I was like, oh my goodness,
my God.
this sucks.
Oh.
But it was also it wasn't even like in season.
Yeah.
So it was just like a ghost town,
Oh,
and
sad.
it was the saddest place I've ever been.
Oh god. Have you done lads holidays?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You have. So where all have you been?
I loved them back in the day.
So where
I've
would you say
been
is your favourite,
to
or-
well, Magaluf was probably
Loved- yeah.
the most fun. I've been to Albufeira
Mm-hmm.
a couple of times, and I went to what was the one? I went to one when I was 17, and name some of the other ones.
So
that
you've
are
got
about-
Magaluf, Santa
Been there.
Ponsa,
Not there.
Kavos,
Ayia
Napa. I used to work in Ayia Napa.
Oh yes, it was in Ayia Napa. Is
Yeah.
that where the big Flintstones place was?
Yes.
Ayia
I had
Napa.
Bedrock Bar.
Went there when I was 17.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
right.
And it was a good time, but then I was too young for it then.
Really?
But then Magaluf was a great time. What the mental thing was, we went to Magaluf when we finished school.
Mm-hmm.
So when we finished upper sixth, went to Magaluf for 2 weeks.
It's like the in-betweeners holiday.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Oh god. that's
2
a long
weeks.
time.
2 weeks is too long. Like, see now,
Jesus. Mm-hmm.
like 4 days would do you, somewhere like that. But oh my, and then we went on a stag do to Albufeira, and my behaviour was terrible.
It's so funny though when you're younger. Like, see what a holiday was. Like, it's like the cheapest accommodation possible.
Yeah.
You bought a loaf of bread and maybe like pot noodles, and that's what you ate
Mm-hmm.
the whole day because you wanted to save all your money for drink, and you actually came back with more money.
Like, I think I brought for 2 weeks £400.
Uh huh.
Can you imagine?
Would have done you?
No, that'd do me a couple of nights now if you were lucky. But like we had a great time.
Yeah.
And like we're drinking liters or like a 10 glass of vodka before you went out every
Mm-hmm.
night. And it wasn't like
Yeah.
good brand vodka.
No.
It was like paint strip, like how we.
Oh my god.
And one of the grossest things happened to me in Magaluf. We went to a
Rushkin
phone
off
party.
cough. Rushkanov, anybody listening? I don't know. Rushkanov, is that it? You're too young.
No, I actually think
Have you heard of it? The Rushkanov cough, but that was the vodka they would have used over there. You always got a really bad cough.
Oh, you went to BCM and all?
Yeah,
and I was
BCM.
Like,
oh my god, I love BCM.
I saw some great acts in BCM. I saw Romeo from So Solid crew in BCM.
Unreal.
I saw DJ Westwood, who's now a naughty boy. I saw Pat Sharp from the Funhouse
Oh my
days
god, that's
in
cool.
BCM, and DJ Sammy, of course.
Yeah.
But then we went to a stag do to Albufeira as well, and it was great. But I was young and I was single, and I was I liked the being bad more, like, you know, loudish behaviour. I remember I was in a bar and I'd be drinking there all day, and it was Rangers bar as well, of all places. And like I was on the tables and I was walking along, and in my mind it was like New York. But what I was doing was kicking glasses, and then the owner was like, "If you kick one more glass, you're barred." And I actually remember in the moment looking at him, going, "Boop," and then he barred me. But then in Albufeira, he's like, "You never come back to this bar." I just walked across the street and I took a chair out and I set it on the street, out across the street on another bar, and I was just drinking. I was being such a cock. See, looking back now, you know what I would love to have happened there? Hit with a moped. That's what I would have deserved. You know, I'd have deserved to be hit with a moped and disappeared. But we went there on a family holiday, like to the sort of outside of Albufeira, sort of more Villamura.
Yeah.
And we went with another couple and their kids, and we did a thing where like I would go out with Catherine for a night, and we were staying in the villa, and then like our friends would look after our kids, and then they would go out for a night and we'd keep an eye on their kids, and then the boys would go out for a night, and then the girls would go out for a night, and it was great. But when we went out, we were like, we go out in the Old Town, it's like, well, let's go to the Strip just to see
what it's like.
Never have I felt more uncomfortable in my life. I think I got to the top of the Strip and I was like, oh no, I am not only I am a paedophile here, you know. People will look at me and go, "You are a paedophile." So I went, "Let's just get me back to the old place," you know.
But it's funny because for me anyway. So I'm 30. I'm coming 33, which is like, you know, I don't believe in the whole age thing, but I think there's you think that it'll never change. So like you're like, obviously, what age are you? You're like in the prime.
16.
I'm 27.
27. Oh, were you 27? Oh my god, I thought you were like 21.
No, too old. This guy.
Well, you're still in your like prime, but like I think in your 20s you just don't think everything's inevitable, like, and you love all that. Like I was a rock at my early 20s, and then now I'm like, oh my god, like, oh, I need to be home for one.
Oh yeah. Like, see, to me, like I think it would be a really interesting conversation if I were to do a podcast with myself when I was maybe 20.
Oh my god. I
would be like, I don't think, you know why you hate people, like you don't necessarily hate them, but you're like, oh, I don't like them at all, I do my head in.
Yeah.
I would be like, I even looking at my face, I'd be like, I hate you.
Yeah.
Your stupid pointed sideburns and your flicked haircut and your sweatband up your forearm, you wee prick. You know, I'd hate me.
I was a dick as well.
Yeah. We all go through those phases.
I think everybody has a twat phase, don't they?
But like, I would have been like, see now, if I'm drinking and I'm feeling a bit like, well, I'd be like, I've had enough. See, before I'd be like, I'll drink till I boke and then I'll go again because I'm extreme. You know, you'd be like, oh, no.
Mine's like eating's cheating, like, you know, like I used to do like mind sweeping or sweeping.
Oh yeah.
Where like, you know, like I don't know, I don't know. It's basically like you'd go out on a night out and like you'd left drink this so drop out.
Well, we all did it. Mind sweeping.
And then I remember one time somebody goes to me, "That's so dangerous. Why would you do that? You could get spiked." I was like, even better. Just like, how the hell can you get fucked up for the cheapest way? And that was a way, like, but it's so bad. Like now, obviously the young ones are into like matcha and the wellness and all that there, which I think's great, but also like, you know,
boring.
Lighten up a wee bit, you know.
Yeah.
But back in our, but we had no digital footprint. You were able to be a mess and you didn't have to worry about it. And
but then, like, I remember too, like getting that. Like, I hate the feeling of not being in control of myself.
That's MSC.
You know, so I would have been like a disaster nearly every weekend. It would have been great a couple of times a week. Like there used to be a thing in Bangor in a bar called Cafe Keo, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it was on a Monday night. On a Monday night, they did half price wine night. So you just be walking around, 2 bottles of rosé with straws in it, and like it was insane. Like just people absolutely blitzed. And do you remember like? I also remember, it's like now I look at it now and this would be a nightmare to me, but back in the day, see, like going into a club and maybe getting into VIP and you love it, and see now I'd be like, oh, and I'd be cringing at myself. I'd be like, I like just sitting in a pub having a crack.
Did you ever do like box nightclub, like box VIP?
Used to do box. Ollie's was big.
VIP,
back in my, yeah, but then there's almost more people in the VIP at Ollie's than there was the rest. You're all like this, and
Yeah.
you're just looking out to this
I
big
know,
spacious pub,
I
you know,
know.
but you had to be seen.
But you felt all biz. And El, you've missed out. Like El Divino.
Oh,
No, I had one night in El Divino.
Oh, right, okay.
It wasn't El Divino though; it was plastic.
Oh, no, you did. No.
You need El Divino.
But
Yeah.
I've been in all these VIP countless times, mostly sober though,
Yeah,
which is not a good place. To be
Yeah,
sober.
no.
It's really not.
and the beach club was one of a favourite of mine. What a place that was. And Rain. Like,
Oh my
they were
god! Oh
great.
my god! Rain.
Yeah, what great spots they were.
And do you remember back in the day, like whenever like Z-listers used to come and do like club appearances and all, and it was like,
Oh, you were buzzing. Like
my God,
in
like-
our day, like nowadays it would be like Love Island to take it. Whereas in
Yeah.
those days, like Big Brother.
Big Brother,
You
Geordie
have that,
Shore, Geordie
you
Shore.
had those
Oh my
guys, that was
god!
unbelievable. Yeah, what
Made
about
in
that?
Chelsea tie.
Yeah, and like that's how people would have made livings, just going
I
around.
think they. Aye.
And you know what I think as well now would be an absolute nightmare, but if it happened back in the day, you think you're a boss. You know, you get brought out drinks with sparklers in it. You'd be all like,
I do love it.
you know, but see now I'd be like, oh no, don't. You know.
Do you want me to tell you a funny story?
Oh, absolutely.
So I was in Houses Then of all places.
Uh-huh.
Just you mentioned
Oh, yes.
Sparkler. This is no, I'm not fair play, but also LOL, right?
Uh-huh.
So me and my boyfriend were having like a sit down, low key dinner, a bit of
Uh-huh.
salt and chili chicken, very nonchalant,
Yeah.
Dave, very nonchalant. Table of 15. They're having celebrations.
Mm-hmm.
Restaurants full, mellow vibes, whatever. This is the afternoon, okay? It's not
Yeah.
a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's grand. So then a girl comes over from a table and she's all like, hey, like, you know, like, I just want to let you know, like, I listen to your podcast. My girlfriend, she's actually just got a new job. We're out celebrating. Like, you know, we've got her a cake. Would you bring the cake out? And I'm like, I'm just finished my dinner.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there with my partner, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought, is this a wind up? And then I looked
Yeah.
over at the girlfriend, and I was like, well, she looks a wee bit like she looks pissed off there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, is this a piss take?
Yeah.
And then the girlfriend came over and she's like, please ignore her. She's so embarrassing. Blah blah blah. And we chatted. I was like, all right, well sure. Congratulations. See you later. And then the girl's still standing there, and she's like, so will you bring it out? And I'm like, oh, like you're actually
no.
being serious. She's like, oh yeah, like I've let the staff know. Next thing, I'm in the kitchen in House of Zen, right? With all the staff, and they're all like,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, hey. I'm like, so where's the cake? So like, congratulations, whatever, okay? Big pink cake, sparkler, and then Spotify, Cliff Richard, and I'm walking out, mortified, Dave. Fucking mortified. I wanted the ground to swallow me up. Congratulations. And this alibi, Ollie's fucking sparkler, like, and everybody looking around like me thinking, there's that fucking gay twat from Q Radio. What the fuck? He's fucking everywhere. What an attention seeker. And I'm like, I didn't want to do this.
House of Zen fired him.
House of Zen. I know. Mortified, like.
But did she at least appreciate it, or was she?
I think she was mortified too. It felt more like a haze in it.
Yeah.
I felt like we were both being taken the piss out of
that is
at
the
the
worst.
expense of everybody else. But
Those experiences are the worst. Like,
do you ever get that, like meet and greet vibes, or
you know what? No, because usually people just will say like random stuff and like walk past you, and like a guy comes up to me and goes, "I appreciate what you do." And I was like, I don't know if
What do you mean?
what it is. I do in what aspect of life, but
Yeah.
But you know, not really that. But I have a real childhood trauma that I remember. We went to I think it was called the Chicago Pizza. The Chicago Pizza Pie Factory. It is now
Okay.
where, you know, like the Marcus Ward was, and
Right,
where, like
okay.
what does it used to be when it was good? Stiff Kitten.
Oh yes.
Yeah, in there. I went for a birthday, and what they used to do was when you were a kid and it was your birthday, they would come out and they would make you stand in your seat and ring a bell while they brought out your birthday cake. So you're standing there like a big dick, like an 8-year-old dick, going, "It's my birthday, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling," and it's like, this dick's birthday. And I remember, like, when I get nervous, even to this day, if I get really uncomfortable, nervous, I will sweat. And I was sitting there with these stupid fucking Ibiza Final Boss bowl haircut, just ringing a bell, being like, with a fucking Garfield jumper on, being like, "Happy birthday!" I was like, no, I want to just kill myself. So thanks for wrecking my entire life.
There will be another
This moment.
birthday.
No. Oh.
Would you be socially awkward? I'm socially
Oh
awkward.
yeah. But that is something I think I've had to teach myself to not be, and it is
Right.
hard. So, like when I was away in Scotland to do
Yeah.
gigs, mainly to promote the tour I'm on.
Yeah.
Tickets available via the QR code in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards I'm like, I have to bring these flyers to the comedy club that they can put out to try to whatever. And then I was like, actually no, I'm gonna have to go out and talk to people, and like, because I think it's important to do that.
Network, yeah.
So I was going out and I was just flying, and I was chatting away, and I was like, that's okay, but it's almost like I'm acting that
Yeah.
because it's not me to do that.
You're in
Like,
your zone,
I have to
yeah.
be like, I have to do this, and I have
Yeah.
to, because usually like I would just keep myself to myself, really.
Aye.
You know, and again, it's probably the same with you. People maybe see you
Yeah.
and think you're confident and think
Yeah.
you're, but again, it is kind of like playing up to that.
Yeah.
You know, so it is
It's a weird one
awkward.
because I very much, I'd say I'm very much on myself, like what you see is what you get,
Yeah.
but I think there's a part where like I think a lot of people get a misconception where they think it's nearly like I'm like sticky fecky vibes, you know, which
Yeah.
is very much my sense of humor, but like I'm actually quite mellow.
Yeah.
Like, if me and you were going for a coffee, I don't have to suck all the air out of the room.
Yeah.
But
then
people
I-
would think that about me, like, oh, he's so
Yeah.
annoying, he's so loud, he's so this, but I'm not actually
Yeah.
really like that.
But I hate that too, though.
So then
whenever-
people come up like, and I'm like, oh shit, I've
Like-
been false advertising.
Yeah, but then like it's nice too, because people
Yeah.
come and say nice. Now what it was
Oh,
10,
aye, yeah.
what was 10 out of 10 was when I was doing the flyer, and everyone was lovely coming out. So I think I got nearly every person like, and they were like, oh,
Yeah.
you were great, really enjoyed it. I was like, thank you. One woman, maybe in her 60s,
Yeah.
sort of bit of Karen vibes, walked past, and she
what's-
goes in a wee Glaswegian accent. She goes, "You are not for me." And I went, all right, dead on. That's each to their own, and I appreciate the honesty. And I didn't even hate it. I was like, I love that from her.
Well, if it makes
know?
you feel any better, one time whenever I was working at Balmoral, a 60-year-old man called me a faggot, if that's any consolation. And I was all like, hey. He's like, fucking faggot. And I was like, what? Took me by surprise. I was like, you'll be fucking dead soon.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
yeah. I got that's mean. You know, at least
me?
No, of her.
Sorry,
of him. Sorry, not
aye,
you.
yeah,
but yeah,
aye.
but like listen, you and then I think
Aye.
of people like that. That's more about you're a pathetic person. I'd be
Aye.
like, you know what, you'll get yours.
Oh, but you know, I see with gay people, and this is the thing, like, obviously I do think we're still, there's a lot of progress still. We're not very integrated. I think people still have a lot of very stereotypical views negatively about gay people. But the thing is, we're very resilient, which I don't think a lot of people realise. We've actually the best sense of humour because it's dark because we've went through the shit.
Yes.
And then on top of that, like, you know, I think the one thing I love, and this is why I always love going on like different podcasts, say if I go on Shane's comment section's going to be, I don't even look near it, but it's, you can actually, we've more in common than you'd think. Maybe not necessarily like that part, but it's, I think we get, I don't know.
But I think as well,
I don't get it.
Like I always view podcasts like when you get people on like dates almost. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
you have
yeah,
to have
yeah.
the same vibe. If you like get on, sometimes
Oh, if you don't click, it's not going to work.
Whereas with you, I'm like, well, we're friends.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like straight away, we're like, we're
Yeah.
friends now. You know, that's
Oh,
and I think
100%, yeah.
That's a great thing to do. But speaking actually of the gay struggle, did you see the show Tiptoe on
oh my God.
on Channel 4? Wasn't it? Yeah,
Aye.
that was
But
hard.
I think that really highlights
Uh-huh.
the issue. If like I think for a lot of say like heterosexual men or whatever,
Yeah.
like they'll judge me very quickly and think, oh, like no,
Yeah.
I'm nearly either a threat or I'm either some sort of. There's a lot
Yeah.
of, you know, negative propaganda, I guess, around certain marginalised groups and communities, and you know, even with everything going on in Belfast,
Yeah.
I know this is a comedy
I know.
podcast. Is it getting a wee bit too serious?
But
is
listen,
it?
this is what people
Is
like.
it?
But
Okay.
I thought that was a real. Now there were a few issues I have with it, and
Yeah.
in that I thought like some of the dialogue was a bit weird.
Yes, of
but
course, yeah.
also I was like, hey guys, no spoiler alert, cut him down.
Yeah,
like
aye.
stop. Yeah, come on, guys, please.
But it's
Calm
kind of it's
down.
the thing is like if you think about it, like what does any of this actually have to do with
Yeah.
like say sexuality or whatever? But it's a kind of like masculinity, femininity, and it's that thing like masculine. It's in, like, you know, we all have masculine sides and quality sides.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm quite masculine in the sense I'm very assertive. I'm quite direct. What you see is what you get. I'm very quick to stand up for my like
Yeah.
certain things you associate as masculine. But like, no, do I know how to change a tire? No.
Yeah, but that show was so sad.
It
made
was
me
very,
so
very sad.
uncomfortable as
Yeah.
well. And like the worst bit of the whole thing was when your man was on his computer and he was looking at the WhatsApps. I was like, oh no, because I'm like,
You're like,
he's
aye.
helping.
Aye.
No, and then
Aye,
he
it's
was
all
just
common,
yeah,
aye.
and it was a grim thing. And
Yeah.
then arguably the most hated character was, you know, the mate that was round at the end. It was
Yeah.
brilliant. I was like, yeah, I hope you get it.
Aye.
But I do think it is a story that kind of, like you said, it was
It was very hard
relevant
hitting, like
and
a very
hard-hitting,
hard hitting
yeah.
piece. But I think it's that kind of like it's the shock value maybe does make you kind of sit and reflect on the thoughts of that
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
part where it's like
Yeah.
we are very much like a targeted group, you know.
But I do think,
And
like,
I think the point I'm trying to make is
Yeah.
this is why I'll put myself in situations that I shouldn't, like say I will go into like the masculine spaces
Yeah.
and do the events or do the gigs, and I know
Yeah.
that I'm going to get either hackled or somebody's going to call me like a homophobic
Yeah.
slur, but I can take it on the chin because if there's
Yeah.
one person, it's going to sound so like woo woo, but if there's one or two people that are like, do you know what?
Yeah.
fuck, I wasn't sure, but
Yeah.
we need to integrate more as a society
But I also
in all
think-
walks of life, I think.
I also think we
Sorry,
should
it's giving
we
Michelle a
should,
lead over
we
here.
should call out other people for that too. You know,
Yeah.
like if people are using that term, be like, what, why,
Why,
you know,
yeah.
does it like does does that make you
Yeah.
feel better? Does it?
Yeah,
does
men
that,
should
what
hold
does
all
it-
their men, all their standards.
I think so.
You know, it's,
and across the board,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I think. But yeah, I thought that was a great. Like, if you're going to watch something that'll make you think, check it out, because
Yeah,
we ended up,
it's,
and it was weirdly shot because it started almost like a sitcom. You know, it was
Yes.
like quite funny and like
So I thought it was going to
light
be very
music
like,
and stuff.
have you ever
and then-
seen Queer as Folk?
Yes.
Yeah, so I thought it was going to be very like very comedic, very
Yeah.
like, you know.
But then no, and then by the end of every episode, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Now I will say, like, if you're watching it with like a parent or whatever, avoid the end of the first episode when it's just everyone's wanking.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh no. And then, but then Catherine was like saying to me, she's like, do you think everyone on our streets just wanking now? And I was like, I mean, I don't know. They could be. Everyone's just at it. It was wild. Like,
Stop.
you know?
Did you ever watch like Bad Girls whenever or Footballers' Wives?
No,
we talked about this.
I
No?
loved Footballers' Wives back in the
Love.
day. But again, I was at this. I was at an age where like I was very interested in like potentially seeing a bit of boob on a TV
Yeah,
show.
fair.
So see if I'm going to see a bit of boob.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch that. And then
Yeah.
there were shows like Bad Girls. You never saw boob.
No.
And I was like, well, that's annoying. Sex in the City was the worst because I'm like, there's got to be boobs everywhere. It's
Everywhere.
called sex. No. And I was like, this is false advertising.
Yeah.
You know.
I
so,
think Samantha was the only one that ever got her tits out, but she got them out all the time.
yeah, but it was then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, her again.
It's
It's like, no, we want to see Charlotte. Like, what are you doing? Come on, guys. This is why we're tuning in here. And then that was what sort of drove my watching of shows when I was maybe
Yeah.
16. So yeah.
See, I love seeing boobs as well, but my thing was more, I remember like my dad, God, I shouldn't be saying this, he used to get me like Nuts magazine and
Yeah.
Zoo magazine, and I loved them all, and he thought, yes, get in, start to show a bit of interest. And no, I had them in the bathroom and I was like doing like the hand bra.
Practicing
So I
poses.
think I wanted to be
Oh,
Jordan
yeah.
and Jodie and all.
Jordan.
Remember like that, the rivalry?
Yeah. And I mean, by the way, Katie
Yeah.
Price, she gets mocked now, which is
Yeah.
so mean.
I know.
But she, like, back in the day, like, she was a real
Oh my God,
beauty.
Jordan was iconic.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Like back in the Max Power days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they were good? And like Nuts magazine. I used to buy Nuts magazine, Zoo magazine, because
Mm-hmm.
a great sports section.
Yeah.
Every
But you know
week.
what though? I find so funny. Sorry, I don't know why I keep going all like political today, but it was so funny. Remember the whole movement of that, and then they all got banned, like Nuts
Yeah.
and Zoo and all them different things. And if anything, they were all very like tongue in cheek. And you see most of
Yeah.
them industries were actually female dominated. The photographers, the makeup artists, the stylists, most of the people were all females on them sets.
Yeah.
So ironically, the feminist movement put so many females out of work, which has then created a platform like OnlyFans. And I'd say, if
Yeah.
anything, the sex market's like even more graphic now
Because you know what? Like, you make a good
than what it
point.
was. Like it used to be what Keely 20 from Kent.
Oh, Keely, what a hero she was.
Keely, and then you remember the wee bit like Keely thinks
Yeah.
that we need to do more to contribute for
Yeah.
global warming, and then our like boobs are out.
Yeah,
It was
that's
very
like-
tongue in cheek.
You know what? Keely thinks that these riots in Belfast are a disgrace.
Yes.
Yeah. But then I also think there's like, it feels like it's a new thing, but the whole like you know, with Adolescence, the TV show, and like
Yes.
incel movements like that, and I feel like almost it's that almost demonizing that or taking away. It's making these like wee fucking weirdos, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, and I think there needs to be accountability of that. Like if people are
Yeah.
like, you know, being shown odd behaviours, you know, what are you doing? Like,
I think the
you
world's
know?
on its fucking arse.
It is. But you know what the thing, that the bright side is, it has to get better. We have to believe it.
But even at the minute,
Yeah.
the heat waves, you're not a wee bit alarmed by that.
Yeah, but then today,
Not to do Keely that's concerned about
yeah.
global warming, but like.
But
very-
Keely had very big boobies,
Keely-
and she would be very.
Who was your
sweaty under there.
favourite? Because I was big into the glamour models,
Yeah.
which is so.
Oh, so
did you
like-
have a favourite?
Well, I mean, I think everyone was very excited when Lucy Pinder unveiled.
Oh my God,
to the
that
top.
was like
there
for
was a
ages
build-up
she
to
wasn't
that.
going to
No,
get
she
the
was
boob
never
out,
gonna
and
do
then she
that.
eventually did.
that. No,
Yeah.
Keely I was a big fan.
Keely
My
Hazel,
favorite
yeah.
all time is Kelly Brook. Like, she's my favorite.
Yeah.
For this. You know who else I like too? I like Rosie Jones, who's now married
Yes.
the Joe Wicks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
so-
Yes.
She was good back in the day.
Back in
you
the
know,
day, and then
Michelle Marsh.
Michelle Marsh.
Oh,
Oh my God,
icons.
Michelle Marsh.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
Sophie Hard. I know too many of
Sophie
these
Hart,
guys.
I know them all.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
know
Sophie
too.
Hart,
This is
Joe,
great.
Joe Guest, Lilani, Jackie Day.
Oh, Joe
Lauren
Guest
Pope.
was old
Joe
school.
Guest, old
She was
school.
proper.
I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know what age was I? Maybe like 2, but like I was in the like Linda Lizardi, Samantha Fox era.
Oh wow, they Sam Fox. She is a legend.
I maybe
from
was
page
exposed
3.
to all this too. That's maybe why I ended up gay.
Yeah, you know
Maybe.
what I love about But I love the like. What would you think with Gerry Lavz mastermind subject be? Page 3 models.
That would be
That'd be it. Yeah, their ages and when they're
There needs to be like a page.
Nicola
like,
with a double K.
oh my god, yes.
She was nice too. Wow, they were great. I loved it.
Oh my god.
I actually have a page 3 calendar, bizarrely in there.
Do you remember they used to go with like the trips and all?
Oh yeah,
support the trips and
yeah. And I look at the trips.
Page 3 idol.
Miserable.
Do you remember page
That's
3
right.
idol, where like you could be like a
Yes.
page 3 idol, and but it was kind of like there was different ranks. So you need schooled, I think.
Oh, yeah.
God,
Should we bring it back? Should we start the motion? Bring back page 3.
Yeah.
That's what we need. You know, when the nation's on its knees,
Yeah.
it needs page 3.
Zoo and Nuts were very much like the football, the banter, the comedy. They were like the funny ones.
Yeah.
FHM was classy.
Yes.
That was like Carmen Electra, Pamela Anderson were on the covers.
And you wouldn't really
Holly
get nip
Willoughby
in there.
maybe, but she was like wearing a swimsuit.
Yeah.
She wasn't going full ham at it.
Yeah. And then Holly Valance. Now she's
Holly
gone
Valance.
full right wing now. She's
Yeah. Oh.
yeah. And you see, whenever she was just doing the glamour model and stuff, she wasn't doing any of that.
Oh god.
You know. But Jordan was very popular.
Jordan was
back
like
then.
the elite.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's bringing out a documentary now. Have you seen
know,
this? I'm
yeah.
excited to see it.
I love Pricey.
I do.
Sassy.
She's
But no, the hot weather. Like I actually today,
Yeah.
I'm in the shorts. I'm in.
Yes.
I mean, I actually really made a fool of myself. Told you about it earlier when I came in, and the girls were downstairs. And they're like, "Oh, you're you're giving Charlie XCX
Yeah.
today." And I was like, "Oh yeah, like what's she, that cunt?" And they were like, "Brat." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's it." So we're in cunt summer now. We're
Yeah.
getting ready for cunt summer. But I knew the weather. I think this is like an older dad thing. I can sense when the weather's going to be a hot one. So I was like, oh, I need to get up early and walk this dog because he can't cope with the heat. So I got up super early to walk the dog. And then I was like, I have a load of stuff to do after the podcast. I'm like, I can't. But I have, if there's a job, but I'm like, I see it needs done, I have to do it.
Yeah.
So I've looked at I cut my grass. So I cut my grass before
The sun even
we did the podcast. But then I was role playing as well.
Right.
So I was cutting my grass and I was pretending like I was a wee Spanish guy working at a hotel resort. Because I'm like,
Right.
I'm cutting the grass, getting it ready for my kids to like come and play in it when the sun's out and all. And I was weeding and all, and I just imagined people coming past me on the way to the pool, and I was like, hola señor. You know, I had a great time. And I think that's a job I would love to do, is be a caretaker at a all-inclusive resort. It'd be amazing.
Is that what you would do if you weren't doing what you're doing now?
Well, no, because I never did it before, but now looking at it, that's a job I would like. Or
You
also,
would
like, you know, a council grass cutter. I'd love to do that, you know, or like for the council, you just go out
Public
and just
sector.
public sector grass cutting fields and all. Love that.
Public sector is the easy life, isn't it? No, but anybody, I think anybody who works in public sector gets very defensive about that.
But see, if you're an outdoors public sector,
Yeah.
now they'll go, it
Yeah.
still rains and it's cold because it's Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
But see, in the summer days, if you're listening to this podcast in your ears, when you're out and you're maybe watering some of the hanging baskets around the town centres, or you're out and you're cutting some of the commons, the football fields, you're in the estates on the ride on lawnmowers, you're living the dream.
You really are.
Working in the dump. Oh, I would love it. I would love it.
I could imagine you as like a bin man.
Oh, I love it. But then again,
Because you've got that like,
I've beef with Bim. I like page 3. I can have the Sun newspaper. I don't know, some people know that, but I have page 3 in the front of the van, in the dump truck. But the guys, right, my bin men are leaving my bins in front of my driveway and they fuck off.
Yeah.
Because see, when I come home from business and I have to get out of my car and go, and I fuck
Is
about it,
that
like, you fucking bad, just fucking move and I fucking way, and then I'm in a bad strop and I'm like, you fucking, you know, making me. And then you know what to do sometimes? They don't empty my bin because I put a wee bit too much like rubble or something in it that you're not supposed to have. And I'm like, then you know what I have to do? Empty my bin and bring it to the dump in a strop.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god, they're well strict up
They're just fucking lazy, actually.
Yeah.
And then they broke my bin, and I cannot forgive that.
Fuck.
Anyway, Gerry, you've places to go, so we'll wrap this episode up. Or your time matters to me.
On a lighter note, though.
Your time matters to me.
Very threatening to the bin.
Are you able to say, no, you know what? Fuck those guys. But you know what I will say? And on a lighter note, we were talking about people meeting us and being kind to us. I want to give a shout out to Rory, my friend here, Funky Doodles.
Oh my god, here. Oh my god, unreal.
Did that portrait of me there. And he just tagged me in it randomly, and it did make me stress, because what he does, right, he does kind caricatures or like not one. So if you choose to do like a horrible one, they'll do a horrible one. He thankfully picked a nice one for me, and that's what he did, and it's a beautiful picture.
You look like Zidane.
Who?
Isn't it Zidane?
Zidane? Yeah. Or Saddam. It works either way.
Yeah.
But I looked at that and I went, you know, see, when I saw it, I said to myself, you know what, Rory, this would make a lovely backdrop in the podcast,
Yeah.
and here it is. So shout out to Funky Doodles caricatures. You can actually book him for weddings and things, and you go up
I love
and he's
all
got the
that.
buttons, so you can hit a nice one or a bad one, and you put whatever you hit, he'll
Oh
do
my
the
God, right.
caricature. So big shout out to Rory, great picture. And you know what I love? He's emphasised my beautiful teeth,
Oh,
Yeah.
you got the wee gap.
the wee gap.
Oh, look.
wee gap, Jerry. Come on,
Oh, it's wee.
yeah.
Kate, somebody has a kit.
The London look.
The London
That's
look.
what I call it.
That's what it was thinking. Yes.
Get the London look.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. So Jerry, there's no point in probably promoting your live podcast.
I think
Sold
it's
out, isn't
basically
it?
sold out. But I need to pull the finger out and start planning that. So
Yeah.
it's stress.
So when is it?
So it's October the 9th. I think there's like
October
wee
9th.
single seats and different wee bits. There might be, I don't know, but like it's on the Waterfront's website.
Well, see
anyone's
if you're really like,
interested.
oh no, I've missed out on getting tickets to the Jerry show. You can come see me in Monaghan
Yeah.
and go to our show that night.
So you're on. So is this all kicking
Yeah,
off?
that's
then?
all kicking off in August.
Oh my
That's where
God.
I'm off to. So,
So Newcastle, Portrush,
Yeah.
Edinburgh, Glasgow, London, Liverpool, Dublin, Swansea, Portaferry, Monaghan, Omagh, Belfast.
and
Cush-
Derry's in there too now.
I
but we
love
haven't
that you're
updated the
finishing in
poster.
Cushendon.
Yeah. Have you
It's a
been to
good place.
Cushendon?
Oh God, aye.
Oh, what a spot! See, one of the nicest views to drive into.
All around that area, Cushendon,
Stunning.
Cushendon. I'm not even going to say it. There's a really good Chinese. That's all I'm saying. Go find it out if you need to find it out. But because it's like gold dust.
And we're gonna be going for some exciting project coming up soon too.
Oh, they
We're
don't know about it. No.
Yeah, they don't know, but you're
Okay.
gonna take me somewhere nice to the Chinese Cushendon.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, follow Jerry. The descriptions, the links, all his socials will be in the description of the video. Jerry, it's been a pleasure. We're gonna bounce over to Patreon for 20 minutes here, and then I'm gonna let you go
Uh-huh.
to your
Oh,
pod.
yes.
So that's it. Thank you very much, guys.
Right.
Farewell.
Bye.